Right. Good morning, everyone. All the online students, is that the screen is visible? All the online students, could you please everyone respond in the chat window? I request all the online students need to respond in the chat window. Okay. Perfect, guys. Let's get started then. Right. So previously, we have been discussing about these particular very basic concepts here. That is what we have been discussing about what exactly the meaning of automation testing. So first we got to understand that what exactly the meaning of this particular automation testing. And after that, we have been discussing about automation testing real-time process. I mean, according to that particular real-time standards, how exactly that particular process has been done. Like when manual will be getting started, when exactly automation will be getting started, all that particular process we got to understand. So now we need to go with that particular next level of the concepts here. That is what will understand that why exactly this particular playwright. I mean, in this particular current market, we are having n number of, in this particular current market, we are having n number of automation tools are available in the market. As these many tools are available in the market, so why we need to go with only this particular playwright? Let's see that. So before going to that, if we look into our yesterday discussion, as part of automation testing real-time process, first it is mandatory that first it is mandatory that you need to be get start. Okay. So it is mandatory that you need to be get go with in having manual testing. Directly, you never go with automation testing. First, it's mandatory that you need to be get start with manual testing. Once you start that particular manual testing, then in certain stage, there is a chances of you will be having more number of regression test cases to execute. So to execute that many regression test cases, which is not like in a very easy to execute that many regression test cases, which is not like in a very easy here. So that is where the concept of automation has been came into the picture. But again, not like mandatory that you got 100 test cases, immediately you will start automation. Or having 200 test cases, immediately you will start automation. So there is no rule of having more number of test cases immediately starting with the automation. You will think about that particular automation testing here. Okay, so first you will be thinking about automation testing. After that, you need to confirm the automation testing. So how you will confirm automation testing? So to confirm automation testing, your application need to satisfy the two preconditions here. What are the two preconditions? Application should be stable. Application should be stable. And test case steps should be freeze. The meaning of application should be stable. So what is the meaning of application should be stable means When you work that particular real time or whatever the application you decided to automate, we should not be having more number of bugs in that particular application. If you are having more number of bugs in application, which is not like suitable to continue the automation here. Because if we have any bugs, you cannot continue that automation. So that is the reason the first precondition is application should be stable. Okay, so the first precondition we can mention that application should be stable here. So once that particular application is stable, once that particular application is stable, then the second precondition you need to be get look into that. It will be taking with that particular test case steps, not test cases. Please be very clear about the terminology. We have not mentioned test cases. Test cases we can have n number of test cases. That doesn't make any problem. But we need to go with test case steps. Test case steps should be freeze. Test case steps should be freeze. So here, because always will develop automation script based on manual step. So what exactly that particular manual steps are there? So based on that particular manual steps only, you need to go with developing automation script. So that is where once your application satisfied these two precondition, then it will confirm, it will decide that let's go with automation. Once you decide with the automation, you need to decide automation tool. So how you will decide the automation tool? For deciding automation tool, you will be doing the process of POC or tool evaluation. Based on POC and tool evaluation, you will go with in deciding with the tool here. So what is the meaning of POC? Proof of concept. The meaning of POC mentioning the proof of concept here. That means we are giving with the proof to the client. We are giving the proof to the client in saying that this is what the best tool here. That means as part of requirement. So as part of the project requirement, we are saying that this is the best tool here. So how you will decide, how you will be confirming that which is the best tool is, that is what you will be evaluating with the tool. Like every tool, what are the features we got? What are the drawbacks we got? What are the advantages we got? What are the difficulties? What are the challenges? Need to go with in referring with all these particular things, and then you will be deciding how exactly it will be taking with this particular tool here. So now as part of our requirement, so as part of our requirement, we are taking with the help of Playwright. So we decided to get start working with Playwright. But before getting started working with the Playwright, first we need to understand why exactly we need to go with this particular Playwright. Why not other automation tools here? Let's go with in more detailed here. Further, let's understand the automation tools journey. Right. So as part of the market, so let's understand how exactly these particular automation tools journey has been done. Now, this automation is not like any new thing in the market. From very long back, automation testing is available. Maybe if a guys has been think about before 25 to 30 years back. I'm talking about 25 to 30 years back. There is one particular automation tool called as a windrunner. There is an automation tool called as a windrunner. Anyone heard about it, guys? Anyone heard about this name? The tool of windrunner? Mm-hmm. Okay, no problem. No problem, guys. So this is one of the tool. If I just go with this particular tool, we can say that this particular tool. If I just go with this particular one, this is one particular automation tool and very most successful tool also. So once this manual testing is available in the market, this particular tool has been introduced. It most of the projects has been done with the Windrunner tool here. And then this is it will be taking with paid tool here. And this particular tool almost I can say that 10 years, not like one or two. Almost like 10 years it has been sustained in the market. And after that, slowly in a place of Windrunner, we got one more tool, QTP. One more tool called as a QTP. So the latest version it will be taking with UFT. Maybe most of the people heard about this tool name. Heard about it, guys? You guys heard about this tool name called as a QTP or UFT? Yes or no? You can try to respond, guys. Is there a heard it or not? Right. Perfect. So that doesn't make any problem. If it doesn't know also, it doesn't make any problem. Just I'm giving the all the information. The tool name called as a Windrunner, it has been updated with another tool, replaced with the another tool called as a QTP. This is also, I can say that paid tool only. This is also paid tool only. Almost it has been sustained in the market for 10 to 12 years. It's not like just 1 or 2 years. Almost like 10 to 12 years, it has been sustained in the market. And after that, previously, right. So previously, if I go with the IT market, most of the clients, like before 15 years or before 20 years, that particular clients, they are not worried about with the license. They are not worried about with the license here. They are ready to invest with the budget. They are ready to get invest with the budget here. So because of that, previously we got in a good market for QTP. Very good market is there, guys. Most of the people, once QTP introduced in the market, most of the people got in a salaries more than developers. So previously, before QTP is not available in the market, we can agree testers gotten a less salaries. But once the QTP introduced in the market, lot of people are available who is getting more than developers also. That is where the QTP gotten a huge demand in the market here. And slowly the market changes has been done. Most of the clients has been moved into open source here. Rather than taking with the paid, they have been moved into the open source. Once they have been moved into the open source, we got one more tool into the market. That is what we will be taking with Selenium. If I go with the Selenium, I can consider that open source, nothing but free tool here. This is the one major reason and the first reason why we got in a good market and why we got in a more market for Selenium. But if we look into the journey of the Selenium, when exactly Selenium introduced in the market? In which year? In which year Selenium introduced in the market? Mhm. According to your knowledge, just you can respond whatever you are knowing it. No worries about question when answer is correct or not. Four to 5 years, 2014. Right. Okay. Exactly, guys. It has been introduced in the market in 2004. Originally, Selenium has been introduced in the market in the year of 2004. But in 2004 itself, it is not started the good market. 2004 it is introduced, but in 2004 itself, immediately it is not got started. So now from 2004, almost I can say that 2012. Okay. So from these particular 2004, it has been started. From there, step by step, that Selenium people has been started adding the new features. Day to day, they came up with adding within the new features here. That is how in 2012, the best market has been started. So from 2012, it has been given a very tough competition to the QTP. So then slowly all the QTP has been replaced by Selenium. So from 2012, it got in a very good market. Now you can imagine like 2012 to 2026 mid also. So 2012 or you can consider 2012 to 2025. How many years? How many years you will get? 2025. I'm talking about 2025 to, I mean, 2012 to that particular 2025. How many years he got it? 13 or 14, guys? Some people 13, some people 14, some people 15. 13, guys, almost like 13. Okay. So that means, so even from 2010 only it has been started here, but I'm talking about the main very good market. So that means almost it has been sustained in the market for 13 years. And now this particular selenium has been slowly got down. The selenium has been replaced with this particular playwright. Okay, so it got that particular playwright, which you will be taking with this particular selenium. It will be mentioning the, it will be taking with that particular respective of playwright here. So now, if I go with this particular playwright, if I go with this particular playwright, when it is introduced in the market, Selenium is there 2012, guys, not 22. From 2012, the Selenium is there in the market. So this particular playwright, when it came into the market, right. So these particular playwright, it is also free only. This is the main reason why it has been started giving with the tough competition for the selenium. So why it has been started giving the tough competition for the selenium is it is free. And along with that, this particular Playwright introduced by Microsoft, introduced by Microsoft company here. Because Microsoft, like always, the people will have in a brand, right? So when you go with any of the thing, so these particular one, it will be able to have that particular brand. These two things here. And along with this particular one, which it will be taking with that particular AI. So this is where the three main reasons why it is giving the very tough competition to the Selenium. And moreover, see the understanding, guys. See the understanding. Playwright originally introduced in the market in the year of 2020. So the Playwright, it has been introduced in the year of 2020. But the actual market has been started from 22. So from 22, slowly the clients has been started using that particular Playwright. And that is where these particular 2023, most of the people has been started using it. And that is how in this particular 2026, it's gotten a huge demand here. You see the understanding. Selenium introduced in 2004. Originally, Selenium has been introduced in 2004 only. But to get in a good market for this particular, right? So Selenium, so it has been taken 2012. That means almost 8 years of the time it has been taken. So to get in a best market for the Selenium, almost it has been taken within the 8 years here. Okay, but if you look into the Playwright, originally it is introduced in 2020, but within 2 years it has been started the market because of because of these two things here, because of the brand and because of the AI features. Very fastly it has been came into the market. So that is where in this particular current market, this particular Playwright is the leading tool here. Definitely, guys, I can say that 100%. So 100% this particular Playwright is the leading tool in the market. If you want, guys can cross-check the job portals. If you look into that particular job portals, you will get to know either it has been having the good demand or not here. So that is where it will be mentioning that if I'm taking with this particular one, so this is how the tools has been introduced in the market. So now we can see here, Windrunner almost 10 years it has been sustained in the market. QTP 10 to 12 years. Selenium almost at 13 to 15 years I can say that. I can say that 13 to 15 years it has been sustained in the market. Now continued on that, this Playwright, how many years we can expect? So based on this Playwright, how many years we can expect? Mm-hmm. Exactly. 15 to 20 years, we cannot expect it, guys. 15 years, we cannot expect it. In case if we are lucky, we can expect 15 years also. Because nowadays the technology has been started moving into the very fast. So because of that, initially, I can say that 10 years, I can say that very easily we can consider like 10 years. But again, it depends. But at least in the worst case, I'm talking about the worst case. In the worst case, the next 5 years, we can expect a very good market here. In the next 5 years, we can expect that particular very good market here. So now you can look into this particular journey here. So by looking into this particular thing, what exactly you can understand here? By looking into this journey, by looking into these things, what exactly you can understand here? Mhm. What you can understand, guys? Nothing is permanent. Huh? Perfect, guys. Very good one. Right. So always the upskilling is mandatory. So what exactly you need to be understand is the upskill is mandatory. It's not like we got an IT job, we are getting in a salary, will continue the same thing. No. Even though we have any jobs also, according to that particular market trend, upskill is mandatory. Then only we can sustain in the markets here. So that is where we need to be get look into that. See, everything automation only. Windrunner is automation, QTP is automation, Selenium automation, Playwright is automation. Everything automation only. But the tools will be changing it according to the market demands here. So this is where as a IT employee, once you started your career as a IT, you will be in a day one everyday student only. 365 days you will be the student only. Even though you got in a job, even though you're working in a manager levels also. You may work as a manager, test lead levels also. You need to feel that will be student only because all the new things will be available up to date. We need to be get look into that what all the new things has been came into the market. So this is where, so we got Windrunner, QTP, Selenium, Playwright here. So in between some tools are there. Like you may heard about Tosca. Anyone heard about the tool name called as a Tosca? Heard it or not, guys? Yeah. So we got in a Tosca. Heard about Cypress? Cypress. Cypress is also one automation tool. So in between, lot of tools has been available in the market, but not like they have been given the tough competition. Because when you consider with the Tosca, almost even Cypress also like in a paid tools here. So nowadays, we cannot expect with the good market for the paid tools here. Always we can go with these particular free tools only here. So that is where this particular Playwright has been introduced in the market as an open source here. So that is the best reason why we got a very good market for this particular perspective of Playwright. So this is first level of this particular understanding here. So now let's go with in more detail by doing comparison with that particular Selenium here. Okay. So that is what we need to be get understood. It will be taking with this particular playwright versus Selenium. We need to be get understood. It will be taking with this particular playwright versus Selenium. Okay, so let's go with one by one here. So not required to make a note of each and every particular point. So not like mandatory that you need to make a note of each and every point. So just whenever I'm taking with the explanation, whenever we are taking with the explanation for your understanding purpose, you can just make a note of some running points here. For your understanding purpose, you can make a note of some running points here. So let's see here. Now, so all the explanation, whatever the things I was explaining in each and every session, this is how you guys will be getting with the PDF file here. As I told that in the demo sessions, you will be having running notes will be available, PDF files will be available, even hard copy also available. So you can get hard copy of the material of this particular PDF file. You are providing hard copy for the free only. It's not like any charges here. Hard copy we are providing for free only, not like any charges here. The people whoever required with the hard copy of the material, you can collect from the institute. So the one who required hard copy of the material, you can get collect from the institute only. So in case the people are not able to come to the institute, I mean you're from other location, you can check, you can send any of your friends or relatives to the institute on behalf of your name will be able to provide that. Okay. So and along with that, this particular soft copy also will be available. Okay. So the same PDF file, this is the PDF file. So the same PDF file, you will be able to get in hard copy. So now this particular PDF file, I'm just uploading. Okay. So this particular PDF file, I'm just uploading in this particular respective Google Drive. As already all you guys got an access for Google Drive. I'm expecting that everyone got an access for Google Drive. Yes or no, guys? Is it everyone got an access for the Google Drive? Yes or no? Right. So in case if anyone having with the issues, you can connect with the management team guys. Okay. Right. See here. So under the notes folder, you will be receiving with the two emails here. One is notes folder. Another one is you will be taking with. Okay. So one is you will be taking with, you will be having with this particular respective of notes folder, and then you will be taking with this particular one here. Right? So this is where you will be taking with, you got two emails. One is notes and another one you will be taking with these particular videos. Two emails you will be receiving only one time. Two emails you will be receiving only one particular time here. So the every day you can refer with the same thing here. Every day you will be referring with the same thing here. Now under this particular notes folder, I'm just uploading this particular file. Let's see that. I'm just giving with the file of Playwright. So now, if you refer this particular PDF file, if you just refer this particular PDF file every day, okay, every day you can mention that. Every day you can mention that you will be taking with this particular one. Every day, okay, so you can refer this particular one because as part of our regular sessions, whatever the things I was discussing, everything it has been documented in this particular PDF file here. So if I just go with this particular respective one, like a day to day, whatever the things we are discussing, like today we have been discussing about Selenium versus Playwright. Yesterday, automation process. Today we are discussing about Playwright versus Selenium. Everything it has been very clearly documented. The same thing you will be getting with the hard copy also, and including these particular installations, like how you can install that particular required software, by having that particular screenshot also we have been documented here. Right? Every program, all the concepts, every each and every concept, it is documented here. And if we come down, you will be able to see interview questions also. It's a fresher level, experience level, how you can expect that particular interview questions, those particular interview questions also documented here. Okay, now we can see almost how many questions he got it. You will be able to see 200 questions here. Almost you will be able to see that particular 200 questions we have been documented here. Not only just interview questions here, for easy purpose, what are the some common points you need to understand with the help of the playwright? This is also we got documented here. So this is how very clearly it has been documented here. Right? Okay. So these particular one, this PDF file, I'm uploading this particular PDF file. It has been uploaded in that particular respect to Google Drive, guys. Okay. So this PDF file, we are not sending in the email. I just uploaded. Just now I uploaded in your Google Drive. See here, Playwright 003. Okay, so this is how it will be able here. Okay, right. Perfect. All right, guys. So this related to your soft copy of the material here. So now let's come to our actual concept here. Let's understand what exactly this particular difference between Playwright and then Selenium. Let's go with in understanding one by one. Let's look into that. Okay. Right. See the understanding, guys. The first reason and the very most important reason. The first reason and then very most important reason why we are getting the more market for Playwright. It is purely open source. There is no concept of you need to spend some budget. Just internet connection is available. You can download from the internet and you can start working with the tool here. So this is the first reason and the main reason why the Playwright is getting good market. And along with that, Playwright has been introduced by Microsoft company. That is what I will be taking with the brand. But Selenium, it has been introduced by some group of team members from that particular Google. So from some of the team members came out from the Google and they started introducing this particular Selenium into the market. And if I go with the Playwright, as we mentioned like earlier, Playwright has been introduced. The first release has been done in that particular 2020. Playwright has been introduced in 2020, but Selenium introduced in 2004. I'm talking about initial releases, but the best market for Playwright 2022 and Selenium 2012. So that is how the best market has been started. And what exactly the purpose of these particular tools is, these particular Playwright, you can see modern end-to-end web testing. It's clearly saying that end-to-end web testing. That means why we are saying that end-to-end, why we are using that particular terminology is while working with the Playwright, we can go with in doing functional testing. We can go with functional testing. In the same way, we can go with this particular API testing also. And then you can go with partial of mobile testing. Not like 100% of mobile, we can go with that particular partial part of the mobile here. Okay, But in case of Selenium, only functional testing. If you look into the Selenium, it can go with only functional testing. By default, it cannot go with the API or it cannot go with the mobile. That is the reason this particular Playwright, it has been mentioning that end-to-end web testing here. And the tool architecture, how the architecture has been developed is Playwright can directly communicating with the browser. Playwright can directly communicating with the browser using WebSocket. Using WebSocket. So what is mean by that particular WebSocket? That you will be understanding it. So for now, how you can understand is whenever you are working with the automation testing, assume that you're working automation tool. You are executing your automation scripts in Chrome browser. Just assume that you are executing your automation scripts in Chrome browser. Assume that in your laptop, you don't have Chrome browser. In your laptop, there is no Chrome browser. Without having the Chrome browser in your laptop, can we execute our automation script in Chrome? Yes or no? Online students. In your laptop, there is no Chrome browser, but you are trying to execute your automation script in Chrome browser. Is it done or not? No, right? Which cannot be done because it's mandatory that that particular Chrome browser has to be available in your laptop. But if I go with the Playwright, so while working with the Playwright, not like mandatory that the browsers need to be installed in your laptop. Even though the browsers are not installed in your laptop, it will be able to execute the script in the browser because the Playwright itself, it can directly control the browsers here. That is where the next option, browser control. So whenever you are installing with the Playwright, whenever you are installing with the Playwright itself internally, it will be installing its own browsers here. That is where it can directly communicating with the browsers here. So that is what architecture, and then you will be taking with that particular browser control here. Okay, right. So then which you will be taking with speed. Speed, both the tools has been speed only. Selenium will be working very fast. Playwright also will be working very fast. But when you compare both the things here, when you compare both the things, that particular Playwright has been working more faster way. So both will be fast only, but when you compare both the things here, that particular Playwright will be working more faster manner. Then it will be taking with stability. Stability, it will be taking with highly stable. Playwright is highly stable. But if I'm taking with this particular Selenium, mentioning that flaky. What exactly the meaning of the flaky? Anyone heard about it, guys? The meaning of the flaky? Is that anyone heard about the meaning of the flaky? What is the meaning of that? Okay, no worries. Right. So the meaning of, right. So, right, exactly. The meaning of flaky is assume that you are attending an interview. Sorry, you are working in the real time. You are working as automation tester. You went to the office in the morning hours and then You started developing your automation script. You developed it. Script has been working, executing perfectly. Okay, so here you went to the office in the morning hours. You automated your test script. Test scripts are perfectly working and you marked as a pass also. And after that, you went to the lunch. You came back from the lunch. Once you came back from the lunch, in the morning, whatever automation scripts are perfectly working, the same automation script you executed without doing any changes, but the test script has been failing. Morning it is working correctly. The same thing you executed after your lunch, it has been failing it here. Anyone face these kind of issues as part of automation testing? Like sometime the script will be working correctly, but suddenly your automation script will be failed. So that is what you will be taking with flaky issue. That is what the concept of flaky. So that particular flaky issue, they got overcome in that particular playwright. They got overcome with that particular playwright here. So that is where he will be mentioning that these particular, right. So these particular one, this mentioning that highly stable. So how it has been controlled in playwright, that you will understand that. But while working with the playwright, when you compare with the Selenium, these are, we can mention that highly stable here. Okay, so that is what I got it. Then it will be taking with that particular browser support. This is as usual while working with this particular playwright, it will be supporting for multiple browser, and while working this particular one also, it will be taking with that particular perspective of multiple browsers here, right? So which it will be taking with this particular respective one. So which it will be mentioning that it will be taking with this particular respective of multiple browsers here. So Playwright is supporting multiple browser, Selenium also supporting for multiple browsers here. Okay, so in the same way, while working with the Playwright, mobile emulation. Mobile emulation means mobile support. So here, Playwright cannot be giving the support of 100%. We cannot automate 100% of mobile automation. Native applications, we cannot automate it. Native applications, we cannot automate it. We can automate, open the mobile browser. In that mobile browser, we can execute the application. In that mobile browser, we can execute the application. Okay, so that kind of support in Playwright we got in a very easily. In Playwright we got in a very easily here. But in case of Selenium, it's need to take with the connecting with other tools also. Directly Selenium will not be working. You need to be get connected with other tools here. So that is what it will be taking with that particular mobile emulation. We can say that built-in features here, but in case of this particular Selenium, I need to take the help of third-party tools here. Multi-tab handling. So I mean automating with the multiple tabs. Multiple tabs will be knowing, right? So at a time in a browser, if you're having these particular multiple tabs here, whenever you are taking with that particular browser, in browser, if you're having with these particular multiple tabs, then we'll be able to handle it. Like for example, this is one tab, this is one more tab, this is one more particular tab. So having multiple tabs very easily we can handle while working with the Playwright when you compare with that particular Selenium here. And then you will be taking with parallel execution. The main advantage with the Playwright parallel execution. That means to do with the parallel execution, you doesn't require to go with in writing any of that particular extra code, right? So it doesn't require to go with in doing extra lines of code here. Just by default, that built-in options will be available. But in case of the Selenium, you need to be coming up with in writing that particular external code. To implement that particular parallel execution, you have to go with in writing with the extra lines of code. But in Playwright, you doesn't require to do any coding. By default, you will be taking with the built-in option. In the same way, auto wait also. So while working with the Playwright, that particular auto wait also, we got a built-in option. While working that particular Playwright also, that particular one, we got a built-in option. But whereas Selenium, manually, we need to be get provide that particular wait statements here. I mean, as simple, while working with the Playwright, most of the things are built-in features only. So that is the reason we are having the huge demand while working this particular Playwright here. Okay, and along with that, handling dynamic elements. I mean, if you want to automate these particular dynamic elements, we can automate that particular dynamic elements also. And then iframe. What is mean by iframe? You will understand that while working that particular Playwright, you will be able to handle that particular iframe also, which you will be able to handle that iframe here. Then you will be taking with API testing. So that particular API testing, while working with the Playwright, we got a built-in option. You doesn't require to go with any extra installations here. As simple, while working that particular Playwright itself, it is having built-in feature here. We can go with in doing that particular API testing here. Okay, and continued with the same thing, we got some more advantages. So API testing will mention the built-in feature. Then you will be taking with file upload and download. So file upload and download very easily we can get automated while working with the Playwright. So while working that particular Playwright, very easily we can automate that particular functionalities. Then we got screenshot and videos. So screenshot also, we can take whole page screenshot, particular element of the screenshot, particular space of the screenshot. I mean particular area. We can go with whole screenshot and we can go with particular space, particular area or particular element also we can take it. And another main advanced feature in the Playwright, along with the screenshot, we can go with automatic recording also. Like you are executing your program. Whenever your program is executing, we can record that particular step. Whenever the program has been executing, we can record that particular step. So not only just recording, it is not like just recording. We can attach that particular recorded file to the HTML report. By that, if they refer with the HTML report, you will have a that particular recording option to take with the playback how exactly automation scripts has been executed. So that is what it will be taking with this particular option of screenshot and videos. Then it will be taking with headless execution by default. So while working with the Playwright, by default, it will execute in headless mode only. Headless means the browser will not be visible. Whenever your automation script has been executed, the browser it will not be visible. So whereas in a backend it will execute all automation script directly, it will be giving with the result here. We got both the option, browser visible, not visible, but default option is not visible. Then you will be taking with cross-browser testing. You can go with cross-browser testing here. In the same way, we got retry mechanism. So what is the meaning of retry mechanism? Is this Playwright, whenever your automation scripts are executing, if anything is getting fail, immediately it will not say that fail. We can do some settings, retry for 2 times, retry five times. Once you retry for 5 times, still not working, having the same issue, then we'll say that report it. So the retry mechanism also built-in feature is available. Just we need to be mentioned that that particular setting here. Then it will be taking with test reporting. So that particular test reporting will say that built-in features only. So that built-in reporting that it will be taking with HTML report. So while working with the Playwright, you doesn't require to write any extra code. You doesn't require to write any extra code, which it will be taking with the help of built-in HTML reports will be available. Just automatically after execution of the program. So after execution of the program, it will be able to see that HTML reports will generate. That it will be taking with test reporting. And then while working with the Playwright, we got a CI/CD integrations here. We got that particular CI and CD integrations, we got it. So very easily we can get integrate that particular Jenkins or a GitHub. We can integrate very easily with the help of this particular Playwright. And then regular concept, language support. Playwright is supporting for scripting language, and then that particular scripting is nothing but TypeScript and JavaScript. Along with that, supporting for Java and then .NET and then Python. When you compare all these particular things, 80% of the projects, 80% of the projects, you will be working with Playwright with the TypeScript only. Remaining 20%, Playwright with Java, .NET, all those options will be there. Like while working Selenium also same thing, right? While working the Selenium, everything Selenium with Java only. Right? So in the similar way, how you done with the Selenium with Java, the same thing you will be doing Playwright with TypeScript here. And while working with the Playwright, that particular framework setup, while working with the Playwright, you can go with the framework setup will be very easily, we can do it when you compare with the Selenium here. Then you will be taking with the learning. So Playwright can be easily able to learn when you compare with the Selenium because it's not like that much of difficult. It's more easy than Selenium. So Playwright is more easy than Selenium here. So, and then you will be taking with community support. Community support also will be there. Just assume that you got any problem with the tool itself. If we got any problem with the tool itself, we can communicate with that particular Microsoft team here. So that particular community available, that particular support will be there. Then flakiness, it will be low. That is previously we mentioned. And then maintenance cost also, it will be low. When you compare this particular maintenance cost with the respective of Selenium, this particular Playwright will be little bit low here. So this is what you will be mentioning that you will be taking with that particular features of Playwright, or we can say that advantages of Playwright and why we need to go with Playwright. When you compare this particular current market, these are we can say that futures of the Playwright, advantages of Playwright, why Playwright, and why we need to go with Playwright in the project. These are all the main advantages here. So for interview, it's not like mandatory that you need to be get explain each and everything here, but at least I mean same order doesn't make any problem, but at least you need to comfortable in explaining some of the regular advantages here. So this is what your first understanding why we need to be get go with these particular Selenium with Playwright here. So now first we decided to go with the Playwright, then we got understand Playwright advantages. So now we need to begin start in taking with in getting started with actual Playwright here. So we need to begin start with that particular respective of actual Playwright. So that particular Playwright, we need to get started here. So to go with the easy understanding, so that particular Playwright, we need to get start with Playwright with project. Playwright with project, or you can consider real-time live project. Real-time live project. That means your whole Playwright automation you will be doing with the help of the live projects here. So the live projects also, it's not like just one or two live projects here. Almost for the 4 projects, I will be giving an access. For the 4 projects, I will be giving an access here based on you are comfortable. You can take with the practice of any of that particular projects here. One project is mandatory and parallelly it depends on your comfortable how you will be continued your regular practice here. So first we need to understand that what are all that particular projects, what is the overview of that particular projects here. Okay, so that I will be discussing tomorrow. It will take in a time. Tomorrow you will have in a session, guys. By default, Monday to Saturday. You can consider that by default, sessions will be Monday to Saturday. So tomorrow also your session will be continued. Tomorrow we'll be discussing about project overview here. Once we done with the project overview, then we'll start working with the Playwright. But before getting started with the Playwright, first we need to aware of all these things here. Then only very easily we can get automate these particular things here. Okay? Clear everyone? Right. Any questions? You guys can come up with your questions.
Sir, what is native web application?
Not Swapnil, not required to do the setup in advance. So how the setup need to be done, everything I will be discussing. You guys nothing to worried about all that particular setup here. Okay. Just you can continue the sessions regularly. Remaining all the things I will be explaining it.
Hi, sir.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Swagatika here. So, do you provide placement with this training?
Yes. I mean, placement assistance will be there. Yeah.
Okay, so is there any remote option? Because my constraint is like I am looking for job, but I am based in Bhubaneswar, which is eastern part of Odisha, India. So I cannot move to Bangalore or Pune. That's
No.
why
So how
not
we'll be
getting much.
doing it? See, so we'll go with in giving with the information to our students. So who are all the clients are there? Whenever our client got any requirement, we'll be informing that what exactly the client requirement. So you guys need to look into that. What is the requirement is matching it according to your profile, and you will be applying to that particular job. That is how it will be done here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
So the classes will be like Monday to Friday, right?
No, no, no. Monday to Saturday.
Okay. 11 to
Tomorrow
12.
also session is there. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So if there is any interview in between, so you can guide us, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Thank
Hello,
you.
hi sir. One
Yes.
thing, can I know the basic difference between open source tool and free tool?
See, open source and then free tool is when you say that free tool means they will given a access for the tool only. They will not given a access for the code of that particular tool. When you say that open source means the tool will be free. Along with that, you will be able to access the code of that particular tool. For example, if I go with this particular playwright only. So just how I can do, I can go to this Google and then I can type as playwright GitHub. Okay. Now, if we see here, if I go to this particular GitHub, you will be able to see all the code related to that particular playwright. That means how exactly the playwright has been developed, all that particular code will be visible in this
Okay.
particular one. So this is what the difference here. Okay.
Okay, sir. Sure.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Yeah.
So what is that native web application?
Repeat the question again.
Native web application, you said, right?
Uh, Kevin, your voice is very slow. Can you please repeat again?
Yeah. What is that native web application? Native web application.
हाँ. I mean, you're talking about what is mean by native web application. That is what your question?
Correct, sir. Correct.
Yeah. So that means, so here, when you work with the mobile, we have in a mobile apps. Mobile apps, we can say that native applications, all the mobile apps, whatever the apps we are installing, that we can say that native applications. Native mobile means, now Gmail is there. Gmail, I can install Gmail app in the mobile. Along with that, what I can do in the mobile, I can open the browser. On the mobile browser, I can open the Gmail. So that is what your native web. Okay.
Okay. Okay. So that we cannot perform in Playwright.
Playwright can automate only till the part of not like directly native applications. With the help of Playwright, we can connect with the mobile. In a mobile, we can open the browser. In mobile browser, we can run the programs that will be supported by the Playwright.
Oh, clear, clear. Got it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, right. Next. All right, guys. No more other questions, right?
I have one question, sir.
Yeah.
Like for doing live projects, how much time it will take? Like, because I am finding difficult to do the hands-on. So you will be teaching us to the live projects?
Yeah, that is what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying. That for tomorrow I will be explaining the projects, like what are all the projects you need to practice it. So how you need to start working with the projects. The whole tomorrow session will go with the project explanation. Okay?
Oh, okay, great.
Okay. Right.
Thank you.
Hi Suresh, this is Sukesh here. I
Yeah.
have a question on yesterday's session.
Hmm.
As we discussed, we will be doing the testing like automation during the regression phase, right? After we complete the regression testing and when the code is stable, I mean application is stable.
Hmm. Hmm.
Right? How things works in agile methodology. Like we have the build after every 2 weeks and all, right?
Correct. So Agile also same. So now when you work with the Agile, now you will be having a sprint of the 2 weeks. Now assume that you are working within the sprint 4. For
Mm-hmm.
sprint 4, you have any user stories, 2 weeks of the duration. For the sprint 4 user stories, you will continue manual. Okay. And for sprint 3 user stories, you will go with the automation. That is how it will be done.
Okay,
Okay.
in the beginning, like for the sprint 1 and 2, we might not be doing the automation, right?
No, no, no. It's not like you'll not be doing it. You will not be starting it. As an example, I mentioned. So concept is it can be the current sprint will go with the manual. For the previous sprints, it will go with the automation here. Because always for the current sprint or current build, first at least one round of the manual to be completed here. Okay?
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
So, like, what do you mean by here? Like, test case should be freeze?
Yesterday you attended the session?
Yeah. I have a question on that.
Okay. So the meaning of the freeze means now assume that you are developing automation script based on the manual test case. Okay. So the test case one, you have 5 steps are there. For the 5 steps, you automated automation script also working fine. But after 2 days or after some time, the manual tester, he modified the same manual test case from the 5 steps to 8 steps. That means he added extra 3 steps. If extra 3 steps has been added, because of that, we need to modify our same automation script also,
Yes.
right? So that is okay. One time we can accept it. But after some time, he added 2 more steps for the same test case. Then again, we have to modify our automation script, which will become a problem for the automation. Manual, okay. Manual just they will add within the future, they can test it. But when it's come to the automation, always updating our existing automation script will be a problem here. So that is where we are clearly mentioning that whatever the test cases you decided to automate, that particular test cases should be fixed on. Okay?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Next. Okay, guys. Take care about the things. Meet you tomorrow then. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, guys.